everyone. In today's video, I am going to be just getting my house all tidied up and ready to go. I need to get some laundry done, maybe some deep cleaning. I'm not really sure exactly what I want to get done today, but I also need to cook dinner, and we're having a really yummy recipe tonight that we always like to make during the winter months. So I hope you guys are ready for that. But thank you guys all so much for being here. I hope you guys can get tons of cleaning motivation and you can cook along with me, or just get some inspiration to do some cooking in your own home. But let's go ahead and get started with today's video.
Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas.
Okay, I wanted to start in Waverly's room, get a load of laundry started, change her sheets, and then I also wanted to just kind of straighten things up in here. So I went ahead, straightened up her dresser a little bit, and then you're going to see I'm also going to straighten up my clothes a little bit and Waverly's toys.
Children above all, then you know it's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day. The joyful times we witness forever stays with us. Soon Rudolph hears his whistle and gathers all his friends. When Santa and his missive wraps the final gift, you know it's time for Christmas for each and every one. Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. And then you know.
Probably honestly need to go through my clothes and get rid of some things, but I was not in the mood this day, so I just kind of straightened things up the best I could and called it good.
It's Christmas for the children above all. And then you know it's Christmas, 'cause Santa's on his way. We stand under the mistletoe, and then it's Christmas Day.
Waverly's toy area wasn't too messy. The books were mainly just out of control a little bit, so I went ahead, straightened those up, and then straightened up the few toys that were out, and for the most part that was all I needed to do in her little area. But once I get that done, I will go ahead and give the floors rug a really good vacuum.
Sometimes it's distant, but never in heart. Such fine words and stuff, just about had enough. Come home and spend Christmas with me. Spend Christmas with me.
I was quickly just going to clean this little table area, and then I needed to clean off the counters, and I'm just leaving my husband's hunting stuff. This last week that they have hunting, they're going in the morning before work, so it's not even worth putting it away because every morning he's getting it out, and after I will go ahead and wash it. Work is only using it for a few hours a day. It's not even worth washing it. But I'm going ahead, clearing everything off, and then I'll give it a good wipe down.
All I ever wanted was for you to spend this Christmas with me. Wire emails and text, some words on the phone, to having you next here in the dark all alone. Stop this business, and for Christmas, come home, spend Christmas with me.
My microwave also had a few spills and splatters, so I went ahead and just wiped that down really quick, and then I washed the microwave plate here in a bit too as well.
Spend Christmas with me. Spend Christmas with me. Spend Christmas with me. I know we did agree, but I've changed my mind, you see. Come home and spend Christmas with me. Come home and spend Christmas. Come home and spend Christmas. Come home and spend Christmas with me.
Moving on into the dishes, I'm going ahead and hand washing the few that I needed to, and then I'm going to go ahead and load up the dishes into the dishwasher as well. And you're going to notice you can't really tell actually, the bottom of the dishwasher did start to get pretty full, so I was kind of just filling it up, and then because I knew there still could be dishes filled at the top, I did go ahead and wait to start this until I got done with dinner, and I loaded up the most I could, and then started it before we went to bed, and then we do have a pretty good pile the next day, but for the most part it was not too terrible. But now I'm gonna go ahead and clean the sink.
It's an early December morning. No one but we are. We look out the window as it's starting to snow, and I realize as you hand me the coffee cup, I'm falling just like these snowflakes, tumbling down, round and round. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you, falling for you. Hadn't counted on love for Christmas. This caught me.
The living room wasn't too messy. We just had a bucket of toys and then Waverly's play food that she has. So I just went ahead and quickly cleaned that up and then put all of her stuffed animals by each other on the couch and gave the rug a quick little vacuum, and that's all I really did for the living room.
Right off guard, but I ain't complaining. It's a wonderful present, a gift that comes in the shape of a heart, and I'm falling just like these snowflakes, tumbling down, round and round. I'm falling just like these snowflakes, falling for you. ask. A place forever in your arms. And for this moment to
I'm also going ahead and just vacuuming the whole kitchen area, getting it nice and clean. But as I was doing it, I did notice that the floors were in need of a good mop, but I wasn't really wanting to tackle that today. So a vacuum around the whole kitchen will do today.
cold outside, it tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind, I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time.
It was time to switch that little laundry, so I went ahead and switched it, and now I'm folding that load that was in the dryer really quick and putting it away too.
Jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this.
Okay, so we got the house all clean. Now I'm gonna go ahead and prep my vegetables. Tonight we're gonna be making chicken noodle soup with mashed potatoes. If you guys never ate like mashed potatoes, like your chicken noodle soup over mashed potatoes, it is so yummy and delicious. We've been eating it like that for as long as I can remember, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna kind of go over everything. My chicken is still thawing, so I think by the time I get all of my vegetables thawed and cut up and prepped and everything, washed, they should be ready. So hopefully that is the case, but I'll go over what you need. So you're gonna need about a cup of cream. Is this actually good still? Oh yeah, we're good. Then some parsley, some minced onion. If you want to cut up some onion, you can totally do that too. Salt and pepper. Sometimes I will add garlic powder and onion powder depending on how it tastes, but I kind of don't know until I'm making it. So we'll just kind of see. I'll let you know, I guess, in a voiceover if I end up using it. But then you need some chicken broth, about 3 cups of that. It also just kind of varies as you're making it. And then whatever kind of like country old-fashioned pasta noodles you can find. Today I'm just using the country pasta, wide egg pasta. Okay, we're gonna leave it on the counter, okay? Yes, thank you for sharing. You're so helpful. And then you'll need 3 cups of celery and 3 cups of carrots. And of course, you can do more. And this is the recipe that my mom gave me that she made. Okay, you have to be quiet. Thank you.
I got this for this.
Good job.
I got this for this.
This for this, okay.
No. I got this for this.
Okay, careful so it doesn't spill.
I got this for
Okay,
this.
very careful with that. And I'll help you with the pepper. And pepper, huh?
I got this.
Okay, that's all.
So,
Okay, set it down. We don't want to bust it. But that's it, and then you're just gonna make mashed potatoes. I mean, you don't need that many mashed potatoes. Okay, we're just gonna leave it, okay? Are you ready to get down? Okay, I am like sweating. Our house is 77 degrees right now. And it's set to like 70 or something. That's just how our house is, but okay, I'm gonna get release some milk really quick. But speaking of that, if you don't have cream, you can, like heavy whipping cream, you can totally use milk instead. And depending on how thick of a soup you like, chicken noodle soup, you can always add flour to it as a little bit of a thickener. So I might end up actually having to do that today. It's hard, every time I make this, it's a little bit different. It kind of just depends on how it's cooking up. So I also need to make a list of things that I need to buy. So I need to buy contact solution. I forgot that at the store. And then I need to get Waverly shampoo. What was the other thing? I need hair protectant. I feel like there's something else, but I can't think of it at the moment. So now that I have like a list started, I feel like that's my biggest thing, is I need to just start a list when I am starting to need things. So I'll just usually like leave, oh no, did I straw my tree? No, I'll just like leave the list in this tray. And as I think of something, I'll just write it down. And it's super helpful just to be able to remember things. And then when I go to the store, I'm not making like a million trips because I keep forgetting stuff. Because when I forget to write it, like for grocery shopping, I forgot to get those things. So now we have to get that a different day. So we'll probably get that either tomorrow or the next day. It kind of just depends. But let's go ahead and get these vegetables all washed, prepped, and cut up so that we can start making this dinner.
Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way, a reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, it's Christmas time. I feel sad, I can't help it. Got you on my mind. I don't know how to cope this. Cause it's Christmas time and I need you around, darling.
Okay, I got both of the carrots and celery both washed. Now I'm going ahead and just peeling the carrots really quick, and then I'm just going to chop them into little circles and call it good. And I'll also just cut them into little strips with the celery too.
So come home, so come. You keep me up all night. I try to figure this out, cause you left something for me under the Christmas tree. So baby, come home tonight and let me hold you real tight, cause it's Christmas time.
I'll try to remember to write down like the recipe I have down in the description box, but it calls for 3 cups of celery and 3 cups of carrots, but I usually just always use the packages that I got and just use the whole thing and call it good. Same with the chicken. I just used 2 chicken breasts and called it good, and figured I could just adjust accordingly, but the recipe is made for what the 3 cups of celery and 3 cups of carrots.
Something's tugging at my sleeve. I do believe it's Christmas. It's cold outside, but I'm warm within, 'cause Christmas time is here. Children playing in the snow, a merry game.
So I was about to start making all this, but it's 6:40 right now, and Trajan still hasn't texted me saying he's headed home yet, and I don't want the noodles and everything to get too soggy and like the mashed potatoes get cold. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to cook it all until he's headed home, because he's working about an hour and a half away today. So it's not like as soon as he texts me, it's gonna be like a 20-minute drive. It's gonna be a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna give Waverly some chicken nuggets and some vegetables and call it good for her, and then she can eat that for her lunch, since I am making quite a bit that we can have it for lunches for the next couple of days. So she'll get it tomorrow for lunch, and yeah, so I'm sure the next clip it will be me making this, but it's going to be probably a little bit later once he texts me that he's headed home. Hopefully it's not like right as I'm doing bedtime routine, because I'm about to feed her, and also by the time I get done making it, it'll be late, and where we've had Thanksgiving, I want to make sure that Waverly gets to bed at a decent time, so that way we're just on a good schedule. So like I said, I'm going to make this in a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and pop some chicken nuggets in the air fryer for Waverly, and get her in the bath, get her jammies on, read her stories, to get her ready for bed, all that kind of stuff. And hopefully by then I will be making some dinner. So I will catch back with you guys in probably what seems to you a few seconds, but for me, a little while.
They play, chasing each other to and fro, laughing all the way.
For this chicken, I'm going ahead and I cut the 2 chicken breasts into smaller pieces, got rid of anything that was gross looking, and then I just added some water and put a lid on it and kind of just let it boil and cook. I find that this makes it easier to shred chicken afterwards, so I'm going ahead and doing that. But I totally had said that I was hoping that it wasn't Trajan wasn't going to say he was headed home during bedtime routine, and then that I wanted to get Waverly on a good schedule of going to bed at her bedtime. Yeah, that all went out the window. Trajan texted me like a little after 7 and was like, I'm headed home. So after I got done with the bath, I was like, okay, I'll just get things kind of started. Usually we start stories at like 7:50 and read them for like 15 minutes. So it ends up being after 8 when she gets, like, we get done and she goes to bed. But even then, she did not want to go to bed. So she ended up staying up until like 10 almost, not wanting to go to sleep, just super high energy, running around. And I mean, it was okay, but I was like, I might as well have just not even made you dinner today. You should have just waited and ate with us, because she ate Trajan's as we were eating.
What a jolly time to have the whole family here for a few.
I had peeled these potatoes earlier before I had stopped cooking for a little bit to give Waverly a bath. So I cut them up, and there was still a little bit of time before Trajan was going to be home, so I went ahead and just put water in those to help them from browning. But I added some olive oil to the pot with the carrots and celery, and I'm just slowly getting that all cooked first before I had anything else. Also just gonna shred this chicken really quick and then just put it back into the pot that it was in to keep it warm by putting the lid on and add a little bit of water to keep the moisture in.
Days of love and grace. But when Christmas has gone, it'll be another year. When Christmas has gone, it actually was on a Christmas day you came my way. That once upon a long ago, the Bethlehem star must have shown the way.
Okay, so I had just attempted to put Waverly down for bed, and she actually laid there for a little bit, so I added in the chicken once the carrots and celery were done, and added the seasonings, and just in between doing all that, I was putting Waverly back into her bed, trying to get her to go to bed. Here's a little bit of mom life, just realistic of how things go, but I can't remember when Trajan ended up showing up, but he basically just took over putting her to bed once he got there, but I can't remember when that was, but somewhere in between there is when Trajan got home and he was able to put her down to bed. But I went ahead and added the 3 cups of chicken broth, and then I also started my water for the potatoes, and once I got the chicken broth to a boil, I went ahead and added the noodles and just cooked it within it. And one thing I always forget when I'm making this is that to have the noodles fully cooked, you're gonna end up having to add more liquid, and I think sometimes you can just add water, but I had this chicken bouillon that I've never really used. I actually opened it. It was for a recipe, and then I ended up just using chicken broth because that's basically what you're making. So I went ahead and added a couple more cups, and then once the noodles were all cooked, I went ahead and added the cup of heavy cream, mixed it all together, and it tasted really good. I didn't feel like it needed any garlic powder or onion powder. It had pretty good flavor, and my husband made the mashed potatoes for me because we were just ready to eat. But that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me and being here. If you enjoyed today's video, please give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and let me know if you're going to try this recipe down below.